Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with an update from Denver 7.
5 firefighting teams from Colorado and Wyoming are on their way to help Canada deal with dozens of wildfires there. At least 24 fires are burning right now in Ontario, and it's created unsafe air quality in parts of Wisconsin. Our local crews will leave Wednesday morning and be there at least 2 weeks. Meanwhile, in southern Colorado, crews will be back out fighting the Tobin fire today on Mount Blanca. This is just north of Fort Garland and not far from the site of last year's devastating spring fire. So far, about 50 acres have burned, but additional air support is on the way.
Deputies are still worrying about a Western Slope family who hasn't been seen for days. Cheyenne Moore and her 3 kids were reported missing by family Monday night. They were last seen Saturday evening at a home in Mesa County. Deputies say they don't have any reason to believe anyone is in danger, but they need to make sure everyone is safe.
As our Colorado grows in population, street improvements are needed to keep everyone safe. And in Denver, one area that needs work is Steel Street between Cherry Creek South Drive and Exposition.
At Alameda, our preferred design includes adding a marked crosswalk and also a painted curb extension, which would shorten the crossing distance for pedestrians and people on bikes, and it would also increase their visibility in the intersection.
So at Exposition, Denver Public Works wants to add marked crosswalks and more signs, and you can learn more about the safety improvements at a public meeting Wednesday night at the Central Christian Church. If approved, the temporary improvements could be put in place this fall. Permanent changes could come in 2020 or 21.
It's the constant battle as more people move to our Colorado, where to find affordable housing. But Wednesday, a new affordable complex is opening in the Stapleton neighborhood. It's called the Moline Apartments. It's going to open 180 units. The complex is located on Moline and 26th Avenue. That's just south of Bluffs Lake Nature Center. The units will be available for those who earn up to 60% of the area median income, which is $39,000 for a single person, or up to $55,000 for a household of 4.
Pitbulls could soon return to homes in Aurora. Councilman Charlie Richardson is leading a push to get rid of the city's ban on pit bulls and instead punish owners of vicious dogs instead of a specific breed. The council is expected to address his proposal after November elections, but you can weigh in right now. We've posted a link to the city survey on thedenverchannel.com, and we also went 360 on the pit bull ban. You can watch our story right now on Denver 7 apps for Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV.
When Edward Vogel's family talks about him, they can't help but smile, even through the tears. He was killed riding his bike in Parker. The driver who hit him still hasn't been found.
Denver 7's Micah Smith shows us how investigators are trying to recreate the scene and track down the driver.
Investigators are using 3D technology to scan the intersection of Pine and Centennial where this deadly crash happened to try to recreate the scene and give them more insight into what happened. We know that 64-year-old Edward Vogel was riding his bike near the Core Knowledge School when a driver hit him and took off. We want to show you a picture of the suspect's car. You can see damage there to the passenger side. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says the driver didn't even stop to help Edward, but instead took off and drove into the nearby Victorian Townhomes neighborhood where they abandoned the car. While deputies continue their investigation trying to find the person responsible, Edward's wife Terry told us about the moment she said goodbye to her husband.
First I told him, you can fight this, you can do this, I'm here with you, come on, let's do it. And then when it was to the point where we knew that wasn't a viable option, then I just told him I love him and that I want him to be at peace.
Deputies are now asking residents who may have surveillance video to give investigators a call, and they're also hoping this latest technology will lead to a break in the case. Reporting in Parker, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Get used to the construction at DIA. Problems with the concrete have pushed the terminal project 931 days behind schedule by about 2.5 years. The project was supposed to wrap up by 2021. The new finishing date is 2024 at the earliest. If the contractor can't make up some time, the $650 million project could cost an extra $300 million.
Wednesday night, leaders in the sports world will be honored at the ESPYs, and many Colorado athletes will be taking center stage. Just to name a few, champion skier Michaela Schifrin is up for Best Female Athlete. Avalanche forward Nathan McKinnon is up for Best NHL Player. And then just last week, Regis Jesuit High School dunk star Fran Believy was given an honorary ESPY. thanks in part to a nomination from us here at Denver 7. You can watch the show live on Denver 7 at 7 o'clock Wednesday night.
More people are using RTD, and strangely enough, it's thanks to Uber. Back in January, RTD launched a partnership with Uber. It allows riders to go through the Uber app and choose between an Uber ride, public transit, or a combination. Since the launch, Uber says it's seen about an 11% increase in the number of trips that start or end at a transit station.
Lisa has a look at another hot day ahead.
It's going to be gorgeous. We have a weak cold front rolling through the region, so it's going to be a little cooler than yesterday, but a beautiful start, mostly sunny skies. And we're going to go from 50s and 60s this morning to low to mid 70s by about 11 o'clock, and then some mid to upper 80s this afternoon. And again, mostly sunny. Very slim chance of picking up an isolated storm down and through the southern Front Range mountains. Mild tonight, sunny and 60s tomorrow morning, and then by tomorrow afternoon, that's when things are really going to start to get hot. We're expecting some low to mid 90s Thursday afternoon and again on Friday afternoon. So take a look at the Super 7-day. Pretty toasty on Friday, 95. And then on Saturday, we're looking at, again, some low to mid 90s. Heading into the weekend, it looks like we're going to see, again, a few more 90s, which is nice. So far this year, after yesterday, now 8 days either at or above 90 degrees. We'll get some near triple-digit heat on Friday with some low 90s this weekend, but there will be a better chance, you guys, for some thunderstorms. So a little more unsettled each afternoon from Friday through the 1st of next week.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Make sure you check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.